the Prime Minister need not say things which either have not been done or announce things which won't be done. Because so much is happening, so much good is happening, that should be good enough for him to carry through. Why should he be speaking about things which are on occasions incorrect?
But before that, you've seen and worked with Prime Minister Modi. You've seen him from inside for around 4 odd years, and now for the last 4 to 5 years, you've also seen him from outside. So basis what you've seen of him, what's your reading of him as a leader? What are his strengths that you've seen?
I think he's one of the finest leaders that this country has had. I haven't had the occasion to work with too many prime ministers, but I've had the occasion to work with some chief ministers and I've seen some other prime ministers. I think he's probably one of the most decisive leaders that we've had in this country. And once he decides, then he carries it through. That is one. Second, contrary to the general impression, he's a very patient listener. You know, in meetings, he hardly spoke. Otherwise, so eloquent in speeches and all. I gave you an example of Ayushman Bharat and RSBY, where he heard me out for 15 minutes without interrupting. Very patient listener. And he has his feet on the ground. So he understands the pulse of the people, what would be good for people. I mean, we may have disagreements, that's a different matter, that's normal. But he has the pulse of the people. And when he speaks so well. So, country is fortunate to have a Prime Minister like him. So, he can, whenever he decides, he can not only take decisions, he can carry them through, he can get people to get them through.
That's again a strong endorsement. But again, if I look at, I'm just digressing a little bit, if you look at social media and all, and with the views that you express in general on different matters, you get a lot of fire from all sides, right?
It's all right. See, I have been, as you said in the beginning, I have been outspoken. So when I say a person has these qualities, there are issues also. And I would not be the person to say that have yet to come across a perfect individual or institution. Yes. So there are problems. So I appreciate, I criticize. If I don't like a particular thing, of an individual, of an institution, I will speak my mind out.
Yeah.
Now, what others say is that they say. I mean, they may have prejudice, they may have whatever they have in mind, they have their views, I could care less. I am saying it on an assessment based on certain facts.
Yeah.
I do not speak without facts. So, if factually I find some shortcomings in an individual or an institution, I'll state that for whatever it is worth. I did that when I was in the service, but then I didn't go to public with that.
Yes.
But internally, I am known to have, I used to speak my mind out. And my first meeting with Prime Minister Modi was some sort of disagreement. I remember I had taken over as Coal Secretary, and I was sitting there, a small group. Presentation was made by Power Secretary. And in the 6 slides that he presented, he mentioned that it was because of coal that Power had a problem. So the Prime Minister, my first conversation with him, he turns towards me, Anil ji, आपने देखा, आप कोल की स्थिति सुधार दीजिए, देश की आर्थिक स्थिति सुधर जाएगी. This is the first comment. So, first time I'm conversing with him, and if I present a different opinion, I did that. I told him, sir, मैं आपसे सहमत हूँ. कोल की स्थिति बहुत गंभीर है. पर ये कहना उचित नहीं होगा कि कोल ही एक समस्या है पावर की और समस्या है, इसे हमें comprehensively देखना पड़ेगा. He immediately nodded his head and turned toward the Power and Coal Secretary, Coal Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, and told him, Anil ji सही कह रहे हैं, comprehensively देखना पड़ेगा. That held me because I don't know whether rightly, erroneously or wrongly, Mr. Piyush Goyal thought that I am close to the Prime Minister and I had an easy way as Coal Secretary. This was my first meeting. The last meeting was with regard to Ayushman Bharat. There again I had a different opinion. And he went on to agree with me. So it's not that I didn't have different opinion. I have often said that some of civil servants have not had the courage enough to state facts to him. He's a politician. But I am a bureaucrat. I should be having the conviction and the courage to state facts before him and then work out a solution. Sometimes I get a feeling that this is not being done, which is very unfortunate because, he may agree, he may get angry, that's his problem. But my job as a civil servant to state facts as they are, state my opinions for what they are without any bias, and then let a decision be taken. I should not be depriving the Prime Minister of my view. I felt that way, but that's a personal view.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. We'll come to civil services and so on. That's an area that you personally very passionate about. Just taking with the Prime Minister, anything that you would want to see him do differently? You said there are strengths, there are kind of
You
things
know,
that
I used to share these thoughts with the PMO. The Prime Minister need not say things which either have not been done or announce things which won't be done. Because so much is happening, so much good is happening, that should be good enough for him to carry through. Why should he be speaking about things which are on occasions incorrect?
Examples?
I mean, I distinctly remember he announced from the ramparts of the Red Fort that the PMG was set up by the India government. Having been the first chairman of PMG, I said that was factually wrong. I'm just giving one example. There are many such examples where it is the job of the officers around him to point out to him that he doesn't have to, it is not even politically required. So why should he be speaking or saying things which are factually incorrect? That needs to be assessed by the office around him and tell him, sir, this is not required, this is incorrect. What is incorrect, as simple as that.